Hey everyone, Sean here with my brother Tony. Welcome to another edition of After the Movie. Currently in the theater parking lot. We just got out of the opening night screening of Scream 7. That's right, we're already up to Scream 7 in this franchise. Hard to believe indeed. And so this one is written and directed by Kevin Williamson. He was the guy who wrote the first film. He wrote the second film. I think he had partial writing credit on the third film and the fourth film. But then the fifth and sixth films took a bit of a detour, and there was a lot of behind the scenes shenanigans going on, like from 6 to 7, and several directors kind of went through it. But now Kevin Williamson's back. This time he's finally directing a Scream film after basically creating the franchise. So how does this one stack up to the franchise? Is it entertaining? Was it all worth it? Should this franchise just end already? I got a few different types of emotions when it comes to Scream 7, I should say. This is also the first movie I ever watched in the Screen X format, which was kind of interesting to see. I've never seen a movie done in that way, because it'll be certain sequences when it's, I guess, kind of more of an action bit. The screen will kind of expand to different sides, and it was kind of cool and unique, but not necessarily my preferred preference for seeing movies. But you know what, for a one-time sort of thing, I think for certain types of movies it probably work better than a slasher film. But it was kind of cool to see
I went to a Screen X screening of the Fantastic Four First Steps film a couple months ago. This was my second experience with it.
Was it better in Fantastic Four, would you say, because it's more action?
I think it fits more with Fantastic Four because it's a big budget Hollywood film, and
Okay.
This is just a entertaining slasher film.
Right. I will say at the get-go, there's good stuff in this movie, but then there's kind of underwhelming, and then kind of without getting into spoilers just yet, there is a bit of a lackluster feel to the ending. But it is probably the funniest Scream movie. It's very funny from kind of start to... I mean, Kevin Williamson, has a lot of laughs kind of sprinkled in. It's just kind of like his writing, and you can definitely tell this is one of his scripts. Because, our audience was laughing quite a bit in certain sequences, but it kind of felt the sense like it didn't have quite the suspense or tension like some of the other films. Even the previous film, I think, had more intense sequences kind of directed towards it. There's definitely some graphic, gory kind of moments in there. And there are returning actors to the series, but in what way? So I guess the story, without getting too heavy, if you've seen the trailers, basically Ghostface comes in at the very beginning, burns down the Stumacher house, and is like, I'm gonna burn it all down. That's what it's at. We're at the point now where just burn this whole franchise down. And honestly, I'm kind of okay with that. I'd rather just end the franchise at this point. I just don't feel like there's much else you can say when it comes to the Scream series, because the first one's satirizing slasher films, second one's sequels, third one trilogies, fourth one's remakes, fifth one requels or remakequels, where the sixth one kind of did franchises as a whole, and then this one is kind of retcons and all that things. It's just to the point where it's like nostalgia is what it's kind of poking fun at. There's some really heavy callbacks. I felt like we were kind of in this is Scream 7, made me think of Star Wars Episode 7, with scenes literally playing out the exact same way that we've seen beforehand. For instance, when we meet Sidney and her daughter Tatum and her husband Joel McHale. This one also has the problem of people no-selling injuries as well, much like Scream 6, although even the same characters no-selling their injuries to the point where it kind of takes you out of it. You don't really feel the weight or stakes of it. I didn't really feel the suspense in this one, I feel like, compared to maybe some of the stuff in the prior films, but I did laugh quite a bit at it. There's when Gale Weathers makes her entrance, it's probably the funniest scene in the whole movie, and it had me laughing out loud pretty hard in certain sequences. And then when you get kind of a returning actor that I've long wanted to see, but the question is it really them or is it AI? So this film deals, without getting too heavy, it does deal with AI, and that's a concern I think a lot of people have with AI being very prevalent in today's day and age, where people can imitate people. You see how all these crazy data centers going up and raising everybody's electric bills, and how much more dangerous and powerful AI has become in the last couple of years. Sometimes you can't even tell what's a real person or that anymore, and that's a plot point in this movie. And I thought, if you're going to do Scream, that's an angle to kind of tackle with the whole AI and dangers of that too. So that's something. What did you think of this one overall?
It's definitely one of the more entertaining entries in the series. But to me, I'm starting to feel a bit of franchise fatigue. I was going into this film feeling the franchise fatigue before it set in, but the entertainment value at least helped a little bit.
Right. It is an entertaining movie from start to mostly finish. I will say the ending, when we do get the inevitable reveal of the Ghostface killer, that does really kind of take the movie down for me. It just felt like the lamest reveal of them all in some capacities.
It was definitely a very weak one.
Yeah, it's a very weak one. And again, not getting to it all, but I would have rather it just... You know what it kind of reminds me of? You ever remember Jigsaw, the 10th Saw movie? Where, okay, it's shot like a CBS crime thriller, and we saw that one in theaters, didn't we?
I didn't see that one. I saw X.
Okay, well, Saw X is actually the best one, but think of it kind of like Jigsaw, where you're like, oh, is that character really back or not? But then you kind of get the reveal at the end, but it's like, oh, well, I kind of wish at that point they would have just went with so-and-so. So, I mean, I can't really go too much further into this without getting too heavy in terms of spoilers, but I'll say, like, the kills, there's some entertaining kills in there, and there's definitely some laughs, but it felt like there wasn't much, I think, for certain actors to do. Like, Gale Weathers comes in, she has a funny bit, and they do make references to what happens in Scream 6 with the whole New York thing, but, I mean, Gale just feels kind of like an afterthought in this movie, much like how Cindy felt well, I mean, she was kind of referenced in Scream 6, but they do kind of cover where she's at in this film and how she just kind of is done with it all at this point. And to be fair, can you blame her? This is Scream 7 at this point. It's like, how many more, like, copycat killers than that can you do? I just feel like it's kind of a greatest hits film. It's very heavy on the member berries, but I guess that's kind of the angle they're going for in it. The AI angle is interesting, and it allows the chance to see certain things make a comeback, and I almost wish they just went all the way with it. When I reviewed Scream 5 and 6, I think it was 6, I talked about how the one thing I just wanted to see come back is Matthew Lillard. Now, he did announce he was back for this movie, which was an intriguing thing. Like, okay, he's actually back for Scream 7, but is he really back or is he not really back? And let's go ahead and get to spoilers at this point. I guess, it's if you're on the fence about seeing it, you can maybe just wait for streaming. But the audience we were with had a good laugh, at least for it, and some entertaining bits. But I didn't really feel this is like one of the higher levels of this franchise. I mean, the original is still the best. I like Scream 4 a lot. I even enjoy Scream 3 for its Scooby-Doo elements. I wasn't a huge fan of Scream 5 personally. Scream 6 was more entertaining than 5, and at least there's a stronger kind of mystery and some more suspenseful, tense sequences, I think, in that compared to this one. But this one is funnier than Scream 6, and I don't know. Like, I was entertained for a lot of it, but I think the ending really kind of, like, sucked the air out of the movie for me personally. So let's get into spoilers at this point. We're at the 8-minute mark. I'll leave a comment in the description for the spoiler-heavy portions and all that. I'm trying to be very vague about this sort of thing. So Matthew Lillard is back playing Stu Macher, right?
Yep.
And we come to find out he's just an AI version of him. So some serial killer is using AI to imitate people from the past. I mean, David Arquette has a quick moment. You have Sidney's brother from 3. You have Billy Loomis's mom from 2. You don't have Billy Loomis in there, though, which you got those sirens going off in the background. It's Stu. But the whole mystery of this movie is Stu really back or not? And I was really hoping he'd be back for real, but it turns out it's just AI. But that still doesn't rule out the possibility if he somehow Stu returns. So I'm still holding out hope. They're like, oh, it'd be kind of lame if he was really around, but it doesn't negate it because we don't really see his body or anything like that, right? So he still could theoretically be out there and we just don't know it. So I'm still holding out hope for the real thing, because Matthew Lillard is the most entertaining part of this entire movie. Like, he yucks up the scenery as the AI version of himself. He's just on a phone screen or whatever, or computer screens and whatnot. But because when he first shows up, he's like, I knew you had to think for a second. Like, is that really him? Is that AI? Is it not? And I was hoping, like, okay, please be the reveal of the actual Stu, because, like, anything else would be really lame. And then we get the lamest Ghostface reveals of them all. Genuinely the worst. The whole franchise, the lamest reveals of them all. I almost wish it was just Stu, because not having Stu, something I've been wanting to see for, like, since, like, basically the first movie again. At least we got Matthew Lillard back, kind of playing the AI version of himself, and he was very entertaining in the bits. He yucked up the scenery, and he was chewing it, and he was having a good time. You could tell he's been wanting to come back, but it's not really him. And it's the soullessness of the AI aspect that just kind of takes you out of it. Like, when you kind of get the reveal of the Ghostface, it's, who the fuck was it? Like, you had 3 of them in here. You had Cindy's, like, next door neighbor. I left my abusive husband or whatever, and blah, blah, blah. I checked myself into a institution near where you're at or whatever, and this guy here. And so they're so lame. Even the characters in the movie are like, who the hell are these people? They had, like, nothing to do with the whole movie. And it's like, yeah, they really didn't. They were genuinely that lame. And it just sucks the life out of the movie. Like, the reveal at the end, it's like, oh my God, we're really out of ideas here. Because I would have been totally cool if it really just was Matthew Lillard Duke. Having it not be him, it just leaves you up for disappointment, because you're like, if it really was him the whole time, that would have been actually pretty fun and crazy. But no, but that doesn't mean he's still not alive out there. I'm still holding out hope that we will get the real thing at some point. Maybe if they do Scream 8, he's like, fuck, they use my likeness, I'm just gonna come out of hiding and actually do something about it. So that's it. But I really don't think we need any more Scream movies. At least I got Matthew Lillard back, like, in the movie in some sort of capacity, but there's just nothing else left to do at this point. I guess you could go back with Sam and Tara, but their story kind of ended with 6. But you also have Mindy and Chad back, and they still no-sell their injuries. Good God. They've been stabbed so many times. It's like, whatever. I've just been, my stomach slit open. I'm fine. You have, like, Cindy's daughter. She's okay. She's not like her mom. I feel like we don't have the interesting characters really kind of left over. I mean, the older movies, like, the actors had much more on-screen presence. Like, Cindy's daughter, like, just sort of there. You have her boyfriend and everything, and it's like, who done it, who's you? But it doesn't feel fresh. It just feels like we've kind of, like, gone down the same things over and over again in some sort of capacity. And I don't know, like, is there anything else, like, you think you're kind of tired?
Yeah, very tired.
Very tired of Scream movies. And you know what? Scream was fine. It was fun. But I think it's time to just say goodbye at this point. There's no spark. I don't really feel the spark left in it. I really wish they would have just gone through and just had Matthew Lillard alive the whole time. That would have been a lot more fun. Because the Ghostface in here, I don't even remember their names. That's just how entirely lame they were, just from start to finish. Like, you're just like, maybe this person, maybe not. But I don't know. Like, because, I mean, this is a very heavy member-berry movie. But then again, maybe that's what they're kind of poking fun of. The AI idea is interesting. I kind of like that idea, because I thought about that too with AI. I'm like, can't somebody use this to, like, frame somebody for a crime or something like that? It's very dangerous what you can do with this technology. And they do kind of dabble into that a little bit as well. But I just wish they kind of did a little bit more with it personally. So I don't know. That's my feelings on it. I mean, Scream 7, there's fun to be had. There's a few entertaining kills, but it's not a movie that's really going to, like, leave a lasting impact. So that's my takeaway for it. Do you have any other things to add with Scream 7? Did it satisfy you from an entertaining perspective, but also kind of like, I'm done?
A bit of both, yeah.
Bit of both. So, entertained for a
basically just a junk food kind of film.
Okay, junk food. That's what Scream 7 is. It's a nice bit of junk food. You're not going to you're going to enjoy it while you're eating it, but then you're going to have, like, a really nasty shit afterwards or something, or either vomit, some sort of excrement out of your system when you're, like, a little bit later on. But you will enjoy it while you're eating it. It's just the exit, when you kind of leave the theater, you're like, ugh, I don't know about that one. It just didn't do it for me. And that's the ending for me. It's like, kind of enjoying all this, like, greasy burger. And there's like, oh shit, Lloyd Christmas put some laxatives in there or something. And that's, I'm gonna take a dump. I don't know. I'm losing track of things, but I don't know. Scream 7, it could have been better. That's what I'm saying. I was excited for Matthew Lillard's return. Having it not actually be him was kind of lame. But he was entertaining in the bits he had. And, you know, Courtney Cox is still entertaining as Gale, but I feel like they didn't give her really much to do of anything in this one. And, you know, Neve Campbell's still a good lead as always, so I got to give her kudos to that. But I'm done. I'm genuinely, like, done with Scream. I feel like there's nothing more really to tell at this point. I was hoping they'd just kind of parody things like Rise of Skywalker. Somehow Stu returned. And we kind of almost got that, because, like, when he kind of pops up, it felt like a little underwhelming. Like, I've been waiting for so many movies, like, it seems a little underwhelming to reveal him that way, which was kind of like make me thinking, that's kind of an interesting way to do it. Like, having him, like, reveal the whole time, but not really. And then they kind of kill Ghostface earlier on in the movie. So, I don't know.
I think it's the first time they've killed a Ghostface mid-movie.
Yeah, mid-movie, but I mean, technically Scream 6 at the very opening, they had the 2 Ghostfaces who got killed, or 3, and then the real Ghostface. I don't know. We're done. No more Scream. We're done. We're done. Let's say goodbye. So
I'm sick of Godzilla.
yes, no more. I am sick of Scream movies. I think we're done. No more left. We've done it. We're done. Say goodbye. Say goodbye to Scream. No more. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Let it go. Let it rest. That's what we need to do with Scream. Just let it rest. So, but anyways, we got to get going. We got places to be. Thanks for, talking a little bit with me. And this one, that was Scream 7. Could have been better, but there was some entertainment value at least. It just didn't deliver all the goods like it could have. So, all right. Peace out.
Peace out.